Hello everyone and welcome back to another Star Wars figure review. Today we're going to be taking a look at some more figures from Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. And in today's review we've got the very cool Imperial Death Trooper to take a look at. More specifically, this is the Imperial Death Trooper Specialist. And what this figure does is it takes the Death Trooper that was released in the Rebel Commando POW and Death Trooper 2-pack, adds ammo, adds gear, adds all these really cool details and just makes it 10 times cooler. And this is an absolutely awesome figure that I cannot wait to give you a look at in more detail. Before we do that, as always, we are going to take a quick look at the packaging that this figure comes in. And as you can see, we do get the standard Rogue One packaging design for this figure. Not only do we have the Death Trooper brand image featured at the top of the card, but we've also got some really nice artwork of the character featured off to the side. That looks really nice indeed. And of course above that you've got the Rogue One logo. On the front of the bubble you do have an image of the play feature that's included with the figure. Very similar to the one included with the Shore Trooper that I gave you a look at in my last review, so make sure you check that out if you haven't done so already. And then on the back of the box you've got a rundown of the Studio FX app from Hasbro and a brief description of the character. So really cool packaging for a really cool figure. Once again, like with the other figures in Wave 3 of the Rogue One line, this particular figure has been showing up at high street retailers here in the UK such as Asda and Tesco's, and at the moment these are fluctuating in price. Some stores have these on a ridiculously low discount and others are charging full retail price. So depending on where you go, where you grab these figures from, depends how much you will pay for them. If you can pounce on a bargain, definitely get this figure. It's a highly recommended one. But even at full retail price, it's a really nice piece to add to the collection. As I mentioned, this one is fluctuating in price from anywhere between £2.25 to £6 to £4.50 to £9. It's all over the place at the minute. So as I said, if you can grab a bargain, highly recommend you do so. So that's the packaging for the figure. Now let's take a look at what we get inside. And as I said, this guy is really cool. One of the main issues that I had with the Death Trooper that was released in the Rebel Commando POW and Death Trooper 2-pack was the fact that the figure seemed a little bit skinny. Obviously in the film the Death Troopers are absolutely packed with armour, they're really big, they're really bulky, they're taller than your standard Stormtrooper, and the 3 3/4 inch Death Trooper didn't really capture that. What I really like about this figure is that with the inclusion of this ammo vest, the figure is bulked up and it looks really nice, and as you can see he just looks absolutely badass. Not only do I love the finish on the armour, which is nice, glossy and obviously black, but again the addition of these details on the chest really go a long way. As you can see, not only do you have this ammo vest which features some thermal detonators in the pockets on the front, but you've got the shoulder pauldron there just off to the side, and on the strap on the chest you do have an ammo pouch. So even though these are only subtle details, again they really work wonders and they add so much to this figure. The rest of the figure is really nice though. As you can see with the helmet you've got the rangefinder on the side and tinted lenses as well, which help that design really stand out. On the back of the figure you have some continued details such as thermal detonators, pouches, extra ammo, all that sort of stuff. And the overall sculpted detail in the armour is absolutely stunning. Like with the Shore Trooper that I gave you a look at in my last review, this figure is also available in the super articulated Black Series 3 3/4 inch line, which is currently exclusive to Asda stores here in the UK, Walmart in the US and Big W I believe in Australia. At the time of filming this review I've yet to find any of those figures, but it would be really nice to have this guy in super articulated form just so you can get him in some different poses, create some more dynamic displays. But with that being said, this figure is not to be sniffed at. Despite only featuring 5 points of articulation, it's a really well done figure and the details are absolutely gorgeous on this one, so I really like it. In terms of articulation, obviously here's what we've come to expect from the 5 POA line. We do have a ball joint at the head, swivels at the shoulders and swivels at the hips. In terms of accessories, he does come with, as you can see, the standard Death Trooper rifle, which almost looks like a sewn off shotgun. Really cool design there. The grip on the hands tends to be a little bit wide as well, so it does tend to drop the blaster quite often. But a bit of boiling hot water and a little bit of posability will easily fix that. In addition to the blaster rifle, we do of course get, as featured on the front of the box, a rocket launcher, or a zipline launcher in this case. Once again, this is very similar to the one included with the Shore Trooper. What it does is it takes that design and just enlarges it a little bit, gives it some added details, but the design itself is very similar. You've got the large disc at the back, obviously the rocket launcher like design, and of course the grappling hook in the end, which just pulls out and zips back into place like that. Bit of a gimmick, bit of a play feature, obviously aimed at kids, but for those who play with their figures this will be a welcome addition. All in all though, with gimmicks aside, this is a really nice figure to add to the collection, and again, if you can pick it up at the right price, it's probably worth picking up a couple. This is going to be a really popular character, and for army builders out there, an absolute must-have. So can't say enough good things about this one, highly recommend it, and if you want to add one of these figures to your own collection, if you can't find it at retail, be sure to hit the link in the video description, which will take you to staractionfigures.co.uk. So that's going to do it for this review. I hope you've enjoyed taking a look at the Imperial Death Trooper Specialist, and I'll be back to give you a look at another figure from this wave in my next review. So make sure you stay tuned for that, and until next time, as always, keep collecting, and may the Force be with you.